bit of a cliffhanger there. I'm sorry for using that chestnut on you all. I can imagine what it was like. I mean, luckily Wandering Dan's not like Game of Thrones or Vikings or Peaky Blinders, and it doesn't take 6 months for the next episode to come out. So here we are. Let's continue. Simple to fix. You got your frame, your wheels / tyres, your drivetrain, your suspension, your brakes, and your electronics. They're the main, parts of your motorbike. The things that might break. Let's start from the top with the frame. And what frame do these bikes have? Well, I'm not going to lie, the Honda in its specifications does not tell you. It tells you it's a full cradle frame, but it doesn't tell you what it's made of. The Super 10 is steel. Now frames are not mega uncommon for them to break. I don't know if it was, I can't remember if it was Ewan's or Charlie's frame that broke in Long Way Round, but theirs broke on their BMWs. I think both of them may have broke.
Oh my god, it's cracked here as well.
Anyway, so your frame, and you might think, oh, but you can weld it, assuming it's steel. That's not the thing for me that causes the issue for whether you can or can't repair your frame. It's how many electronics are on your bike. If your bike's laced with electronics, then you don't want to be firing a current through to weld it. The Super 10, it's got LCD instruments with gear position indicator, electronically adjustable suspension, traction control, cruise control, Yamaha D mode, stage 3 traction control systems, laced with electronics, and the Africa Twin's the same. So I wouldn't want to weld either of those bikes. So simple to fix frame, no. Because it wouldn't be very simple to have to remove the frame off your bike, would it? Next, wheels and tyres. Once again, they're both spoked. Spoke's good. Spoke's a good choice for an adventure bike because it can be rebuilt and repaired and trued again. The Honda doesn't say any more than the fact it's got spoked wheels. The Super 10, aluminium rims. That's not good. Aluminium just splits. We all know steel's tons tougher than aluminium. So, bad score on the wheels and tyres. Well, tyres not actually tyres no, because they've both got a 19 and a 17. Size 19 wheel on the front and the rear's in 17. They're not super uncommon sizes, so we'll give them the benefit of the doubt for the tyres. You should be able to find some tyres for these bikes. Drivetrain, the Honda is using Chinese sprockets. Well done, Honda. Good old Honda. So that's fine. Good choice. But the Yamaha with the Super 10 is using a shaft. But that's not what makes it bad. Shaft drive with rubber clutch dampers. What the hell are them? Well, I mean, it's self-explanatory in the name, but what I mean is, so the little old mechanic down the side street in India, do you reckon he's going to have some rubber clutch dampers for you that might fit? No. Suspension. Don't even start me on the suspension on these bikes. Right, let's go with the front suspension. So they've got your standard forks on the front, but they've flipped them upside down. So for adventure bikes that are meant to be going off-road in all the crap, the sand, the dust, stones flying up, let's shove the part that needs protecting on the forks down the bottom. So now you're going to get gouges in your stanchions, and then that gouge is going to then rip into your oil seals, and then your oil's just going to go bleh. And then you lose all your oil, and you're going to over and over again because you've tore your stanchions to pieces. That type of suspension I think is good the right way up, because if your seal's gone a bit, you can wrap some paper around under your dust seal, make it last way longer. And even if it's completely gone and you haven't wrapped paper around, it's just when you pump in your suspension, you can get a little of your oil coming out, and it doesn't just dump out as like you would if they were upside down. The rear suspension, it's they've got your normal mono shocks, which is fine. I mean, still not the best suspension I think for an adventure bike, but it's been used a long time. Has mono shock, but convenient electronically adjustable suspension. So they've got the monoshock, which is not that bad, and laced it with electronics. Brakes. Brakes. They're just as bad. Your most simple brakes you can get. We all know is drum brake. You've got a cable, and then you've got your drum, and you've got your shoes. You can take it apart. You can clean it. You can give your shoes a little sand, just stop them squeaking and make them good again. You know, you can maintain them. No, they've used twin disc on the front, hydraulic dual disc, 4-pot. I think there's 4 pots on each side, I read. Correct me if I'm wrong. And they're even linked. I mean, I'm being a bit harsh there with the brakes. That is well used technology. Is hydraulic brakes. It's not the end of the world to use hydraulic brakes, but it's still not. It's not perfect. It's not exactly what you want for a hardcore adventure bike. You want drum. Drum's cheaper as well. So brakes, they've scored badly there. Electronics. Simple to fix electronics. On your adventure bike, what do you want? You want minimal electronics so that when you drop it in a river or have to go through a river, there's less electronics to get water in because you're on an adventure, so you're going to go to places like that on an adventure bike. Minimal electronics. They've got, I think I already read, LCD instruments, all sorts, laced with electronics. So are these bikes simple to fix? hell no. You need a full-blown workshop to fix these bikes. So what shall we give them for simple to fix? Out of 10, a 1. They've got a 1. Next point, weight. Capable of picking them up. Let's have a look. Let's start with the BMW 1150. This is just to build a picture for you, to get an idea of the weight of the Super 10 and the Africa Twin. Everyone knows the BMW 1150, the bikes that Ewan and Charlie use to ride around the world on. They weigh 229 kilograms. Okay? And then you've got the Honda C90. Everyone should recognise a Honda C90. This is the other end of the scale. That weighs 85 kilograms. Now, so there's the BMW, seen as the hefty bike, C90, the light bike. And then, like I said, the KLR 650, the reason I've saved that till last is I've got experience with that bike. I got it stuck in like swampy water in the middle of the mountains by myself. I was soaking wet, I'd been off-roading all day, I was knackered. There was the luggage all on my bike, I was Christ knows how many kilometres from a road. The KLR weighs 176 kilograms, and I could not get that bike out of the water. I couldn't, and I'm bigger than your average Joe. So, the Super 10 weighs 265 kilograms, and the Africa Twin weighs 240 kilograms. Both of them are a hell of a lot heavier than the BMW 1150 that everyone sees as the tank. We've got 3 points left. And I am going to save those 3 points for part 3. Thank you for listening. Sign on.